What is up, you guys, and welcome to Hollywood Studios. Now, a lot of people might consider this a half-day park. We've got some great rides here. Tower of Terror, Rise of the Resistance, Runaway Railway. But what is there to do besides the rides? Today I'm going to show you some things you might be overlooking or just maybe walking by and didn't know it was there. I'm going to point out some Easter eggs, and we're going to search for some relics from when it was still MGM Studios and see what still remains. Come hang out. Leading up to the original opening of this park, Universal Studios emerged as a competitor, and the race was on. Ultimately, MGM Studios ended up opening first, so W to Disney. But it's probably the only time where Disney and Universal Studios had a similar theme park experience. Both parks were about production, going behind the scenes and seeing how Hollywood movies were made. Now, it's more about being put into the movies themselves. Fun fact about me, one of my all-time favorite movies is Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I still love it to this day. But in the Hollywood and Vine building, if you look up at the blinds, you will see Eddie Valiant, Private Investigation, and the cutout of Roger Rabbit busting through the blinds. There's also still a huge billboard over here for Maroon Studios for the Baby Herman cartoons featuring Roger Rabbit and Jessica Rabbit. Now right below that, next to Pevy's, the frozen Coke concoctions, there's a little Easter egg I bet you're walking by every time you come here. Right next to this frozen beverage menu, you'll see this door, and it says Holly Vermont Realty. In 1923, when Walt and Roy started the Walt Disney Company, they took over a small office that was shared in a building with this realty company in Los Angeles, and that's where the Alice comedies were made. A hidden relic. Now, if you look in the window right next to my buddy Roger Rabbit, this is a tribute to Bob Weiss. Bob Weiss was an Imagineer for over 40 years. He was a creative leader for Disney's Hollywood Studios, Disney Sea, California Adventure, and Shanghai. He was lead Imagineer from 2016 to 2021, and he was the Imagineering ambassador for the whole globe until he retired in 2023. So that is the tribute to Bob Weiss. Shout out to Bob. Over here at the exit of the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular Show, on your way out, you will pass by some Indiana Jones vehicles and think, oh, cool, Indiana Jones stuff. However, this is a screen-used vehicle. This is from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Big deal to me as a big fan of the Indiana Jones movies. Well, the first three Indiana Jones movies. This is also a little piece of MGM Studios. If you guys remember the Backlot Tour, this used to sit out on a row of screen-used vehicles that they called the Boneyard. Years ago, they cleaned it up and they brought it right over here for people like me to appreciate. Over here at the Backlot Express, which is just, a quick service restaurant, inside you can find Benny the Cab. Now I know what you're thinking, wasn't Benny the Cab an animated character? Yes, but you can see how he was brought to life. The actual screen-used vehicle is right inside of here. Let me show you. Okay, I'm shocked. It's actually gone. Right where I'm standing used to be the screen-used vehicle they used for Benny the Cab. You can actually see Bob Hoskins riding it right here. So that contraption used to sit right where I'm standing. I wonder where they moved it to. They do have some photos up still, and you can see it was just a chair, a steering wheel, and it was on sort of like a go-kart. I'm gonna look around, see if I can find it. No luck on finding Benny the Cab. I wonder where they moved it to. I wonder where it went. Is it in the Disney archives in California? I know I have a picture of it, so I'm going to put that up on the screen right now. At least I got to see it then. Let's keep it moving. Over here on Grand Avenue, if you make your way down a bit and you follow the path and find your way to Harmony Music, for all you music lovers out there, this is one of my favorite Easter eggs. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to see right now, but this music up here is sheet music to the Raiders March of Indiana Jones. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's air conditioning in there, but it kind of rotates the sheets. So sometimes you can see it and sometimes you can't. That one right up there is the first page of the march. I'm going to wait around a little bit and see if it'll kind of make its way around, but cool little detail. Over in the Muppets courtyard, we're going to make our way a little further back. I'm going to show you another piece of MGM Studios history and something kind of special to me. All the way in this back corner by Mama Melrose, you have another piece of MGM Studios history. The Christmas store, which never reopened after 2020, and also as long as I can remember, this fake snow has been on the ground, which is actually made of concrete. But I have pictures of me when I was just a wee lad, maybe 4 or 5 years old, sitting over here in this patch with the snowman, or possibly over there. I'll have to look at that another time, but another piece of my childhood will be gone soon. Over at Baseline Tap House, this might be kind of hard to see on camera. Let me see here. What this is an old promotion for the Pacific Electric, the trolley cars, you know, the red trolley cars. But right behind that trolley car is the Hollywood Tower Hotel. Baseline Tap House also pays homage to Figueroa Printing Company, which was a printing company that Walt Disney actually used way early on. Now, before this place was Baseline Tap House, it was a place called the Writer's Shop. And if you look up here on all these shelves, what might just look like a bunch of junk, you'll see scattered letters. And if you read it from left to right, it spells out Writer's Shop. Since Muppet Vision 3D is going to close, I might as well capture what I can on film. Now, this is pretty common knowledge, but if you cruise by the front door, you'll see this sign here. Back in 5 minutes, key is under the mat. So, one last time, look under the mat. Oh no, cover that up. In the pre-show room for Muppets 3D, you can find all kinds of stuff, but my favorite Muppet movie ever made was The Great Muppet Caper. You have a little nod to it up here. Scene, Happiness Hotel, production, The Great Muppet Caper. I didn't know Fozzie directed it. How about that? Before you enter Muppets 3D, they have an extended queue, which never have seen this queue full, but there are some cool posters if you make your way back. These posters are like a play on actual movies, so you got Dive Hard 2, starring Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker. To Have and Have More. Here's Looking at You, Pig. Star Chores. She swore she'd never sign another autograph. What a hard life. May your purse be with you. On the high seas, it's easy turning green. This might be my favorite one. Pirates of the Amphibian at Wit's End. Oh, here we go. Do something wild before you croak. Wild frogs. More, it called from outer space. In space, everyone calls collect. You guys remember that? Collect calls? The Pig-Sided Adventure. And The Bride of Froggenschwein. Over outside of the Chinese Theater, or Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, you can find a ton of handprints and footprints of celebrities, but this is a fun fact. Right here you have Audrey Hepburn. Disney asked her to do it, and she was very excited, and Hollywood never asked her to until after she did this one. So Hollywood finally asked her to actually put her handprints in Hollywood, and she declined. So this is the only place where Audrey Hepburn's handprints can be found. And there you have it. I've only scratched the surface. These are just a few of my favorite things, little Easter eggs, pieces of history, little bits of MGM Studios that's still here. You would be surprised how much there is to see. Take a look around next time you're at Hollywood Studios and let me know what you find. I'll see you real soon, and if your dreams don't come true, make them.